Hello everyone, welcome. Hope you all having a great day or you had a great day. I'm Sharon Mbabazi, the 2025 National Treasurer of SAYE Rwanda, and I'm excited to welcome you to this exciting X Live session on being an entrepreneur in Rwanda, insights and opportunities. So for those who don't know SAYE, I can give you a brief about SAYE. For those new to SAYE Rwanda, we are a global network of young active citizens with the mission of providing leadership development opportunities that empower young people to create positive change. SAYE means Junior Chamber International, and we have been in Rwanda since 2014. Making this year 21 years of dedicated commitment to creating a sustainable impact in our communities. So at SAYE, we have 4 pillars of opportunities for our members. 1, personal growth, entrepreneurship, community impact, and international cooperation. In 2025, one of the initiatives we are running under our entrepreneurship pillar is SAYE in Business, JIB. This program equips young and accomplished entrepreneurs with the tools, knowledge, and networks to succeed in today's dynamic business environment and economy. Tonight, we are diving deep into the realities of entrepreneurship in Rwanda with 3 incredible speakers who I know you already saw on the posters. Hope you're excited as I am, who have built and are still building impactful and resilient businesses. Their experiences will inspire and equip you with valuable insights, whether you're just starting or looking to scale your business. If you have questions as you're listening to our speakers, please feel free to write and tag them or tag us at SAYE Rwanda with the hashtag JIB Rwanda, and we're going to read them. So let's get started. We are honored to have 3 remarkable entrepreneurs joining us today. We have Amina Umuhoza, founder and CEO of SAYE Company Limited, leading a social enterprise dedicated to advancing sexual and reproductive health for adolescents, employs teen mothers and youth to create eco-friendly home decor, co-established Kigali Menstruation Station, a stigma-free space for adolescent sexual health education. Put those hand claps in the comment. Give her a warm welcome. We also have Yvette Uwimpaye, founder and CEO Murukali, pioneered Rwanda's first online grocery store, now a thriving e-commerce marketplace, connects 850 plus local businesses to global markets, an economics graduate who turned a vision into a reality, overcoming numerous startup challenges. A warm welcome to Yvette. Hand claps to Yvette. We also have Arowolo Rachael, co-founder of Prikkle Academy Rwanda. 8+ years of experience in profit and non-profit sectors in Africa. Co-founded Prikkle Academy Rwanda, providing access to mentorship and career opportunities for young people and professionals. Specializes in personalized coaching, research, advocacy, project management, data science, and stakeholder management. A warm welcome to Rachael. So, these amazing entrepreneurs have carved unique paths, and we can't wait to learn from their journeys. If you're excited, just shout wait. Are you excited? Okay. I can see. So let's dive into it as we ask questions to our speakers or guests. I'll start with Amina. Amina, what inspired you to start SAYE Company And how did you identify the need for sexual and reproductive health solutions for adolescents?
Thank you so much, Sharon. I'm really glad to be here, and I'm also glad to be together with you all and also with Yvette. So, to answer your question, what inspired me to start SAYE? Like in entrepreneurship, we say that there are people who love. I mean, like you can't get a lot of people who love challenges, but when it comes to entrepreneurship, we as entrepreneurs we love challenges because we are able to turn them into opportunities. So one of the reasons why I started SAYE in Dukataze is because of the surrounding and environment that I grew in. I grew up seeing my fellow girls getting pregnant in school. When you're starting a school, you get friends. But for me, I was always getting new friends, and after a certain time, I could go back and find them that they have already dropped out from school, some were pregnant or early marriages. So it questioned my belief, and I was always asking myself, why is it happening like that? So that environment that I grew up in really was always bringing that same question again, why is it happening? But I felt it closer to me when it happened to my cousin's sister, who was only 16 years old. I just, from that moment, I've seen it getting close to me more than before, because previously I was thinking maybe because I was also a kid, I could justify maybe these kids, they don't respect their parents, something like that. But when it got closer to someone that I knew, it changed my perspective, and I started to ask myself, what can I do about it? And then after, what can we do about it? So that's how the idea of starting SAYE started, because it was always a reality to everywhere that I was going. Even that was in my primary school, but when I also went to study for my secondary, it was also the same issue. So to cut the story short, that's what inspired me to start SAYE company, because I was seeing the need, there was a challenge there. And after I started doing like a community focus group discussion with children in the neighborhood, asking ourselves, what can we do about this? So that's how the ideas and the programs that we currently have were built, because we're saying, yes, we need sexual reproductive health information, but which is adolescent friendly, not something that we hear from elders and our parents, because they don't tell us everything, and we cannot ask them whatever issue that we have, because we are afraid, because we're afraid that they're going to tell our parents. So they were highlighting the need of having youth peer educators who can be able to offer that information for them. Another issue that they highlighted was poverty, because most of them were from low income families, and that was also among the highlights. So it really shaped currently what you are working on, because we have the business side of having home decoration items that are environment friendly and made by the teen moms, and also we have education part where you highlighted Kigali menstruation station and other sexual reproductive health trainings that we are part of. So that's what inspired me, and that's how I identified the need of sexual reproductive health solution for adolescent. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amina. That was well spoken. And I love the nuggets you guys are starting to drop. You said that entrepreneurs love challenges, or you are able to turn them into opportunities. Wow. Hope as we are listening, we can also learn, to turn challenges into opportunities because challenges are around us. Yes. Amina, why not go to your second question?
Yes.
Yeah. Can you share how SAYE integrates social impact with business sustainability? What challenges have you faced in balancing both? Because from your previous question, you told us that you have a business side and the social impact side. So how do you balance both? And, how do you integrate the two? Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
One of the reasons why we we decided to have the business side and the social side at the same level is because we've seen that this issue that we're dealing with of sexual reproductive health and teenage pregnancies or even period poverty, it doesn't only need one solution. It it doesn't need only one solution because even the root causes are different. As I told you previously, we have some of the teen moms who get pregnant because they don't have adequate information around sexual reproductive health. But there are also others who got pregnant because they grew up in low income families, and because of poverty, they and dependency, they couldn't be able to afford the basic needs, and it was among the root cause of teenage pregnancy. There are others also who have other distinct challenges and the social side of it. So that's the reason why we said if we really want to come up with solution, it has to be a holistic, it should have a holistic approach that doesn't only tackle one root cause. So that's the reason why for us we didn't only decide to be an NGO or only a business focusing to get a profit, but we decided to work inside as a social enterprise. And working as a social enterprise, of course, it has its own uh, how can I say, limitation or its own burden, but also it has its own opportunity. But it means that we have to grow the business side, and as we also grow the social side. So in the business side, as I told you, we manufacture environment friendly home decoration items that are locally produced. We have different outlets where you can go and find our products. We also have an online platform. If you want to visit it, it's sayehomedeco.com, where you can go and shop online. So that's for the business side. For the social side, that's where we have like creative tools that we designed, like games, comic book, menstruation station, the outreach program for sexual reproductive health. So where it gets more interesting is because we are thinking about the sustainability of what we are building. So that's the reason why the business part had to be integrated, as to ensure the sustainability, but also to provide job opportunities, especially for teen moms who are already suffering from from the bad effects of getting pregnant at the early age, because the majority of them, they now have to support their families, even if they're still children, but they also have to support their families. So that's the reason why the part of combining the two was like a great win for us, but internally it was also it needed more strategy, because now at SAYE company we have two teams that do different tasks. We have the one that is only dedicated for the social side. That is the one that the team in charge of saying whether the pre-survey and post-surveys have been conducted very well. The team in charge of talking to our partner schools to measure the knowledge increase when it comes to sexual reproductive health. And then there is another part, the business part, which is also more concerned about the production place. Are the teen moms equipped with the knowledge on how to provide to produce our products on a good quality? So we've decided to put our two teams in different ways so that we can have a balance, because it is not easy. It is not easy to grow two components at the same time. But what do we get if we only choose the easy way? So we took the challenge, and we are glad that we can see the positive part of it. We had to build some of the partnership. Murukali, like Murukali is one of the leading e-commerce in Rwanda, and they have a part where people can go and sell their products. So we had also to tap into that opportunity, and we now have an account. You can buy our products at Murukali if you don't know, and we get some clients. So like we are building partnership as we grow, for us to be able to sustain our social part. And the price that we paid is sending the return, but of course the challenges were there. The challenge in terms of of course, they first of all, to come up with that strategy, it was something, because if you see a lot of solutions that tackle sexual reproductive health related issues, they struggle with the revenue stream. So you could understand how it really took us enough trainings, because we had to be involved in so many programs, entrepreneurship programs, to meet with impact investors who could really guide us to come up with the right strategy that is proven. Because now this year we're going to celebrate our 8 years anniversary doing what we are doing, and of course we are aiming for more. And another challenge also was to train our team to understand that they're still the same one team, but serving the different purposes that bring a common result. Because of that, at SAYE we do host some internal events internally. You could find one team has organized an event, but they have forgotten the second one that works in production, and the production are like, you guys are not considering us. So you could understand how at the beginning it was challenge, and then the next time when the production, they weren't feel, even if they're working at the same organization, but because they have different roles, bonding was a challenge. But we had to solve it. We had to be intentional so that we can remind each team member, whether you are now furnishing or doing like the production of a given material, whether you are also preparing the training materials that you're going to go with at the outreach program. You're all serving the same purpose. So like those are some of the challenges that I wanted to highlight. Last but not least, when it comes to funding, it was a big issue, because we could go to pitch at a given let me say a a given competition. But because we have a business concept in this, they would not really give us a chance to go on the next stage. Or we can even go to pitch for a business, but because they understand that we have the social part, they would think that we are NGO. So it was really hard because even the concept of social enterprise is new to our country. But I'm glad that there are some of the few people who understood it and used it, gave us the opportunity to grow. So thank you.
Thank you, Amina. I like the fact that you didn't hide that there are limitations and burdens. So yeah, we get to know, yes, opportunities are there, but again, limitations are also there. Yvette, welcome. So I can repeat for you the question. It says, Murukali revolutionized online grocery shopping in Rwanda. What were the key challenges in getting people to trust and adopt e-commerce? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much once again for the warm welcome. It's a true pleasure to be here tonight in such a distinguished group of panelists and an audience that is clearly passionate about entrepreneurship. Yeah, the question, you mean the challenges? I think Murukali started in 2015. That it made as one of the pioneer in the e-commerce sector in Rwanda. So we faced many challenges at that time from the start. In fact, it was really tough to make people trust not only in our service, but also in e-commerce in general. So that is one of the biggest we faced, like getting people to trust and use our platform. In fact, people fear bad experiences, which can make them hesitate to buy online. So another challenge comes from work culture. Many people, when they think about when it's about pay, they need to see, even touch. This is especially for the things like clothes, veggies, or fruits, people want to make sure they are getting the right fit or good quality. So all those are the challenges, and even I can say it was challenging, but things have gotten better over time. We've worked hard to build trust by offering better customer service, clear return policies, easy refund, and fast and reliable delivery service. So we have to prove them wrong by showing that shopping online can be just as safe as easy as shopping in person. That being said, we're not completely past these challenges yet. Some people are still hesitant, but the way people think about online shopping is changing. The young generation who is more used to technology with newcomers, our competitors are mainly so far. There is an improvement. So we still have spaces to fill in or work to do, but hopefully that things will keep improving. Yeah, that in fact few of challenges we've been facing, and we still, as time goes on, things are getting better and better. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. That's interesting, really, because not most people know about online things, how it works when it comes to technology. But you being bold and being in the field for those years, it's really commendable. And also, I was curious when you talked about cultural barriers, how did you overcome it? Because I can imagine if someone wants tomatoes and they're like, someone is going to choose for me, what if they're going to give me less or something bad? So how did you really convince the Rwandan people that I know that you can have a better experience also online?
Yes, as I said, some people still hesitate to buy online, but we've applied some, as I said before, some like giving people like applying like career return policies, easy refund. If you get this and don't like it, please refund it, return to the motor guy. And then we had to make sure that if they press another, we have to follow the service. If they get fast, quick, really delivery service. So to help them to trust us, if I can say. So by experience with the also testimonies, people who used to buy with us before, or getting maybe we are here for a long time. So now it's been like 8 years, 10, almost 10, 9. Yeah, from 2015, almost 9. Yeah, so with the experience, people change their mindset and still adopt their online shopping. I think not so many people still hesitating or buying online. Once you really know, you can read the review, or you can have testimonies among your friends or circle, and then you try to buy, and then now it's fine. Like at least I can say at least many trust us so far. As you can say, like we still getting some new vendors joining our platform. They join as a vendor. So I think there's a reason why they join us. They choose us. And there's a reason why some customers choose us to buy with us, and then it's a long story, but through experience, through testimonies, through review, through experiences, things get better.
Oh, that's good. Some people are texting inbox telling me how they also don't trust online businesses, that you can order tomatoes and before you know it, they bring you a cabbage. But thank God you guys are, doing your service as well. So, Yvette, question number 2 goes like this. After a couple of years of relentless work, you scaled Murukali to support over 850 local businesses. What were the key factors that contributed to your success? Because 850 is no joke.
Yeah, sure. Well, the key factors that contributed to our success, I would say, this deep passion for entrepreneurship. From childhood, my ambition was always to become a businesswoman. I didn't know exactly what path I would take, but I knew I had to keep fighting and finding my way. So another important factor was strong commitment to our mission. The reason we started this journey, it's part of our business history, some of you know. We worked hard to make our initiative fit into the business landscape of that time. The desire to contribute to my country's economy also played a significant role. As an economist, I studied economics in my university. I truly believe in the power of e-commerce. So I can see growth and create opportunities for many people, and this kept us focused and motivated through the journey. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you for sharing that. And it's really awesome, like the desire to contribute to your country's economy. So for you had even the idea before you went to school and did what you learned. As an economist, you are thinking about the country's economy. Oh my God, that's really awesome.
Yeah, because I had the ambition of being a businesswoman. I can say my journey started when I was in secondary school. We had a conversation with a teacher and said, once you do the same job as your one of your parents, you can be successful, because it's because maybe if your parent is a lawyer, you can be a lawyer as well. Maybe, however, you can not be alive or not. But my daddy was a business person, a small business kind. And then I asked my teacher what I can do when I can learn at university, so that I can be a professional businesswoman.
Oh.
Economics said, and then that's how I kept that in my secret book as a teenager.
Oh wow!
We had to type something in our notes as a note, so that you keep reminding this. And then I focus on economics till I got a scholarship to go to the University of Rwanda, and then continue with economics with the purpose of being a businesswoman.
Yvette, thank you for sharing.
How I continue with my business ideas of I'm now a businesswoman and my business professionally.
Wow, that's really great. And keeping the legacy of your dad. That's awesome. Yes, we have Rachael, the co-founder of Prikkle Academy. We are happy to have you here. I heard you had some technical issues, but we're glad you're on the platform with us. A quick question to you goes like this. You work with Prikkle Academy. Your work with Prikkle Academy focuses on mentorship and gamified learning. Why is mentorship so crucial for young entrepreneurs? The floor is yours.
Thank you so much for having me. And nice to be here. So the work we do at Prikkle Academy, and even from the conversation I've had from the two speakers, everybody on the call will agree with me that mentorship is really key. Amina was talking about having people who are to, see through their strategy, impact strategy, and all of that. And of course, the other speaker also mentioned the fact that the parents, that she's trying to keep up with the parents' legacy. So you agree with me that that's some sort of mentorship, whatever. Maybe even if we don't put a name to it, but it's still mentorship. So mentorship is really key to young entrepreneurs. Actually, I remembered when we entered the Rwandan market, we were so optimistic. Yeah, that was in 2021. We're so optimistic, very happy, full of energy. I remember the first event we had. We have the first shock we had was the turnout was not as great as expected. After sending out messages, doing some bit of art and all of that, and at the end of the event, we only had just one person who took up our program, who actually agreed to pay to the services we're offering at that point. So at that point, we had to go back to look inward, to look, okay, what is it that we're not doing right, why, and all of that. And we actually found someone that we were able to look up to, who were able to share insight with us as colleagues, even as mentors in that sense of what the Rwandan market look like. So mentorship basically is really important because mentors have practical experiences as they, of course, hold our hands and give us some sort of clarity in whatever we're doing. Because as a young person, when we have ideas, we are always very energetic to implement. Sometimes we don't have the understanding of the general market, but because mentors have this practical experience, they are able to see what we're not seeing. We might be seeing the passion, the mentors see what is fully on ground. So mentorship is really crucial for young entrepreneurs who are, of course, going into the Rwandan market.
Yes, thank you. I like the way you said sometimes you don't have the understanding on what's happening down there in the real market. Because yes, having a passion is one thing, executing it is another thing, but being there and having it work together for you, I think that's where you guys come in. So Rachael, can you kindly share with us, a story, a success inspiring story from Prikkle Academy Rwanda that highlights the impact of your work?
Okay, so inspiring actually. I think our story at Prikkle Academy, has been one of inspiration itself. Being a foreigner coming into the country to start business and able to move to still stand at this point, 3-4 years down the line. I think it's a sort of inspiration to me myself. But I'm just going to share. I mentioned earlier that during one of our sessions, we had someone who, was able to take up our course. At that time, we were offering like a personalized coaching course, which this person took, and what the person was bent on at that time was just going to look through the CV, like, oh, okay, I have this CV, I have lots of knowledge, I've done a lot of learnings, but I'm not able to get a job. So we had one-on-one sessions with him, I think four times. 4 times. We had one-on-one sections with him. We were able to look at the CV. We discovered some of the issues that he had was not about not having the knowledge. It was more of the sense that Rwandans don't brag. They don't really talk about what is going on. They don't want to brag. So they are just, doing their thing calmly in their own space. And we're able to sit down with him, look at the CV, do some personal coaching and all of that. And by the end of the coaching, I think the second month, he was able to get a job at Bank of Kigali at that time. So I think it was really inspiring because it shows that there is like an opportunity for the work we're trying to do. Even though that the sector is a bit saturated at that point, because there are also some not-for-profit organization who also does something not totally similar, but kind of similar to what we do. It was a bit challenging for people to want to pay for the course or take it, or go through personalized coaching. But it was inspiring for us because we were able to get tangible results. And aside that, we were also, I think in 2021, like when we entered the country, we were able to get this funding from an Irish company who were able to support young people who are able to play games on their phones, and they just play a little game on their phone, and they were paid stipend for that. The stipend they were paid, I think we ran that for like 3 months. Young Rwandans were able to play the game on their phone. We were given stipends, and some of them were actually able to do stuff with the money, because it was post-COVID. A lot of things were happening. They were not financed. And he was happy to hear that some of them were able to go back to their, get data on their phone, do some digital learnings. The country were just going back, people were just going back to school and all of that at that point. So it was also inspirational for us, because it shows that with little resources, young people, when they are focused to do things, they can actually, achieve amazing things. I think I should just stop at that.
Yeah, wonderful. Thanks for sharing. Yes, yeah. And I know some young people are still skeptical when it comes to, investing in themselves, paying for personal mentorship, like things like that. They don't get it. But I thank you guys for keeping, like, you're pushing it. Hope many young people get to know it. Back to you, Amina. The Kigali Menstruation Station is an innovative initiative. What impact has it had so far, and what are your plans for its future?
Thank you so much, Sharon. It's so interesting to hear my fellow panelists. I'll be happy to continue to listen to them. Yes, but to answer your question, the Kigali Menstruation Station being one of our key projects that we've worked on, and we are really happy and proud to have it, because it was the first thing in Rwanda that looks like this. The first menstruation station in Rwanda. So us being the pioneer of it made us proud of it. But what makes us even more happier is the impact that we've been able to create, because now Kigali Menstruation Station was into existence from 2021, but SAYE company, as a company, we started 2017. The station came into establishment in 2021. So at Kigali Menstruation Station, we get people who come to visit us and to tour, and when they tour, they learn about menstruation, and they get to embrace those topics that they don't talk about, or only talk about when the curtains are closed. So we shed a light on those kinds of topic. And so far we've been able to get over 2,000 people who came to visit the station. Some of the people come in group. We get schools who bring their students here to where the Kigali demonstration station. Individuals who see our post online and they decide to come and look for themselves. So we are really proud of that, and of course it goes with creating awareness. There is always a mindset shift. There is always a aha moment when people will come at the station asking questions, visibility to us as well, but also learning and unlearning some of the new things. We love it when men come to visit this station, because there is a part where we have different parts, but there is one that we call experience chambers, where you go and you are tasked to reflect on some of the things. There is one question that we give to people, ask people, like, for example, you're hired by a given company to create a conducive environment for menstruators. What are the top 3 things that you're going to have on your list? Or imagine your colleague at work is having cramps. How are you going to help her? So asking those questions and seeing how people are engaged in finding the solution, it's really interesting. And of course, at the end, we have to come up with the solution and sharing with the people some of the good lessons that can implement even in their homes. For example, starting from a simple issue of adding pads in your bathroom. If you're here and you don't have pads in your bathroom, you go home and change that. So we love to see the mindset shift of people, and maybe to sum it up with even what Dukataza has been able to do in the past years. We have reached 10,000 adolescents all around the country, and it's really something that we are proud of. And of course, we are going to continue it, because we've seen how some of them have even joined our team as a facilitator. So it's a good thing. Thank you.
Wow, keep it up. Yvette, what role does technology play in the future of Rwandan entrepreneurship, and how can startups leverage it?
Yeah, thank you. Technology plays a huge role in the future of Rwandan entrepreneurship. It makes many aspects of business easier and more efficient, whether it's in marketing, sales, operations, overall business management. So for startup, it's significant opportunity to leverage technology to streamline process, so that they look how they can reach a wide audience or improve the service delivery. So I think technology will help us to innovate. So even in a business, so we need to apply all those aspects in our business, in our daily business life. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Rachael, I have also a question for you. What are the biggest gaps you see in the skills of young professionals and entrepreneurs in Rwanda? And how is Prikkle Academy Rwanda bridging this?
I would say the first, I think you said biggest gaps, so I'm just going to give like 3. I just give like 3. I think the first thing I've noticed, or during the course of our work here, is that a lot of people, like a lot of your professionals, they have lots of learnings, like lots of knowledge, different certifications, but the gap there is where to get the answer to. Where do we apply this knowledge? So I have certifications in different what will I say now? I have certification in this, and then where is the experience? Where have I utilized this these skills, this knowledge that I've gotten? I think that's a big gap. I also think that communication is also a big issue. One thing I used to say is that when you're communicating, communication is two-way. When you're communicating to somebody, either your customer or your colleague or your superior, they should be able to understand exactly what you're trying to say to them. If they don't understand the product you're selling, if they don't understand what information you're trying to pass across to them, then it's not that is not communication. I also think lack of documentation. We've done a lot of beautiful things as young people, especially young professionals. We volunteered here, we attended this event, we went to this networking session, but we can't see it anywhere. How do you say you've done this when I can't see it as an external person? So I think lack of documentation is also a big deal. One of the like the third gap I'm going to mention as that I see in the skills of people and young professionals and entrepreneurs. And how are we bridging this gap? The first way we're bridging this gap is we encourage knowledge as against practice as against certification. So for instance, if you want to work at Prikkle Academy or you want to volunteer with us, we are not really keen on the certification you're bringing. We rather dwell on what you've done, what you are able to do. Can you do a report? Can you do you have basic skills that we can use at the workplace? So and that's number one. Then I also encourage, like I mentioned earlier, you get your hands dirty. You can't have the knowledge and keep it. You need to use it somewhere. If you learn something in school, for instance, as a young person, you need to find a way to utilize those skills. That is when it becomes part of you. We can also overemphasize mentorship. Mentorship helps to bridge gap between a lot of things. Pick somebody that's done, virtual everything we are trying to do as young person has been started maybe halfway by somebody, or somebody is doing something similar that we want to build on. Look up to that person, try to emulate what that person is doing, network with people. You can be an island on your own. Join a network of people who are trying to do similar things to what you're doing. Collaborate, that's the word. You need to collaborate. I think by doing that, you'll be able to do more than you actually aim to achieve.
Wow. Thank you. So I have a final question for all my speakers here, but I also remind my dearest audience to keep their questions coming in. Tag at JCI Rwanda or use hashtag JIB Rwanda as we are trying to wrap up. So the question goes like this: what one service or program are you currently running that you believe everyone should know about? So this is your chance. Tell us what you're cooking. What service or program you're currently running. Anyone could start.
So currently we run this accountability group. We call it 50 Days with Prikkle Rwanda Challenge, where we basically, support people who are part of the programs to do amazing things with their goals. So you pick one goal that you want to achieve, and then we are able to push you to follow up to achieve them. We've done 3 cohorts, and the next cohort is coming up 28th of April. So I think people who are really serious or keen about achieving great things, especially in 2025, should be part of the program. So hashtag 50 Days with Prikkle Rwanda is the hashtag. You can check on Twitter. Yeah, I think people should join that. Thank you.
Thank you. Definitely they should. Yvette, tell us more.
Yeah, thank you so much. I don't know if I reason well the question. What the program are you running?
Yeah, what service or program you're currently running that you want everyone to know about?
Currently we are I'm not learning this program as Murukali only. We are part of it. We Elevate program. We have this program. With this program, if you own a business as a woman, a small business, so it's a program led by DCO and Amina City. And if you run a business, if you own a business as a woman, you can join as a seller. And then this program comes with a sponsorship of 1 year subscription fee. We charge 50K per year and 10% per transaction. So if you join the program, you can apply. We still have some space, I think. And then join and give you the sponsorship. So I highly welcome. Even I can apply for the next year sponsorship, and then they will give you also a platform to advertise your product. Yeah, that's what I can share. And in our business, we are focusing on international sales. In business general, we are focusing how to increase the sales and over international trade. So everything, we are now cross-border e-commerce. We are one of few that are giving opportunity for people to buy in Rwanda, easy buy in Rwanda. Wherever you are in this world, you can buy in Rwanda, and then you get it within a very short time. Yeah, okay. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette. For the program you said about to elevate, is it for women only, or everyone is able to,
Yeah, it's for women only. Women.
Okay, that's clear. Yeah. Thank you. Amina, over to you.
Thank you so much. In fact, that's interesting.
Yeah, sure.
I
will share with Invite. Actually, we have an event on the 1st April. I'll give you opportunity to advertise your products. Yeah, it will be a big event for government and the DCO.
That's nice.
Yeah.
People, that's how deals are closed. Yes, in mysterious ways. So for us, what we are currently working on, on this coming Thursday, we are going to open SAYE vocation station. We've heard about Kigali demonstration station, but this one is called vocational station, and it's going to be incubating teen moms. They're going to come and learn sewing for 6 months. Then after, we help them to integrate them into workplace so that they can start generating some income. So this is a platform. This is a project that we are launching, and this space is going to have a place where they can bring their kids while studying, so that they can be focused to what they are learning. So we are launching it on Thursday, this coming Thursday, and after that you're going to be seeing more posts that talks about it. So this is something that we are currently actually something that we've been working on, but we are glad that it's now going to be bigger and better. And after that, we are now opening a community called the Kataza community of other impact investors and local philanthropists who are interested in advancing the teen moms, the education. So we are opening this community, or it's going to be called the Kataza community, and of course there are going to be some rules and regulation for someone to join the Kataza community. But with this issue of teenage pregnancies and period poverty cannot be solved by one person, so we need our collective efforts together. Thank you.
Oh, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Dear speakers, do you have any final remarks? Any advice you want to give to young girls and boys there who are just shy, who have ideas but they can't, execute them? Anything. The floor is yours in just a few seconds. Give us your final remarks. Thank you.
Okay, maybe I should go first. I would just like to say that the online space has really made things easier for young people, for young entrepreneurs. Online you might have get information like in terms of funding opportunities. Steph just closed, and I know that Amina, for instance, is a former beneficiary, or not even former, is a beneficiary of the TEF fund, the Tony Elumelu fund. And there are also online platforms where you can learn, where you can connect with people, in terms of online networking. There are platforms like Launch Club, for instance, where people would even, connect with people even beyond Africa, go as far as saying co-founders for their ideas. Of course, and there are also platforms where you can learn to get up-to-date tools, because when you start your journey as an entrepreneur, one of the things you would have to struggle with is being like doing almost 80% of the things for your organization. So online platform for you to learn a lot of things, the how to manage social media content, how to use online what now the Google Drive, for instance, to collaborate in case you don't have physical office yet and you have team members and all of that, how to use Zoom team for meetings and all of that. So you should, as young entrepreneurs or even as young professionals, you should not take lightly the information that are all over in the space, just in the online space. Just be dedicated and focused to what you want to do. And of course, even on the online space, you can pick somebody you'd I've always admire, follow them keenly, look at their work, even without talking to them, and be able to get something meaningful that can be, good for your business, some knowledge, some sort of knowledge that can help you, that you can leverage on to move your business forward. So we don't have to go online and be all chatty and all of that. We can go online and do amazing stuff. So I'll just say that we should harmonize this, and hopefully we are going to get something solid and be able to push our ideas beyond passion. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Rachael.
Yes, let me go first. Yes, my advice for entrepreneurs looking to grow their business, I would say one of the things they need to know is that patience and consistency are non-negotiable in this business era. Start now, start small. Make sure you surround yourself with people who motivate you and support you. Understand that the challenges we often outweigh the solutions. So it's important to stay focused. Stick to your idea as long as you truly believe in it. In fact, constantly changing your approach, your business will confuse your customers and hold you back. Focus on on meeting your customers' needs. Deliver quality service or product. Keep running. Keep pushing forward, and never stop until you achieve your goals. The hard work will pay off, and when it does, you will truly enjoy the result. Thank you.
Thank you. Amina.
Thank you so much. Last but not least, I'd like to remind them to have mentors. Again, it doesn't have to be someone who has $1 billion business. It can also be that one person in your community who is doing that one thing that is kind of related to what you want to do. And there are different strategies. You can ask for internship. You go there and you learn. For example, me, when I was starting, I had to volunteer in one of the youth center nearby to learn some of the skills. So learn and be open. Be open to receive new lessons. Thank you.
Wow, thank you. So we're going to give one person a chance. If you want to ask, you can raise your hand, then we give you that opportunity. If there is someone who has burning questions, you can raise up. But if you're still thinking about that, I can, read some questions here in the comment they've already asked. This goes to Murukali. Murukali, have you thought of going global, especially utilizing the East African market and relationships? Also, there is another question from Murukali along those lines. I can also read it to you. They said Murukali is indeed doing a great job. I wish to know whether they're moving globally. Like, if I need to order something from Shane, can I find it on Murukali? Also, how is she dealing with the trust issues?
Yes, Murukali, I can say it's now go to market in Rwanda, or easy buy in Rwanda. You can buy wherever you are in the world, for wherever you can buy. Not anything. There's a menu for international buyers. Especially there's some product like perishables, alcoholic, beer, and medical stuff like these supplement foods are not available in international market. But like 70% of the product on our website are available in international market. We are serving people all over the world. You can see on our website, you will see notification where people can buy their destination. You will see their city and countries. Every 5 seconds, you see one product from this destination, Kigali or wherever in the world. So we are now making it easier to buy in Rwanda, but we are also thinking how we can make easier to buy from Africa, like having this service from any other country of Africa, like easy buy in Kenya and easy buy in whatever, starting from East Africa. That is on my to-do list, but we are now focusing to make the systems, to make sure the system are working properly, so that we move on. But people buy from wherever, across the country, across the globe. They can buy through Murukali.com.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I think I respond to the two questions. Isn't
Sure.
it?
Yes. So our friends from Kampala who just asked that question, just head to Murukali and then you can, order things you want. There's another question.
We have some customers. In fact, I can add this for people in East Africa, because we have a DHL with the global logistic, but from East Africa we arrange customers from there, like finding a way they can have the cheapest shipping costs, affordable shipping costs, like dealing with those transport agency and from Nyabugogo, like Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya. If you find that at the checkout the shipping cost is really high, you can negotiate through our communication channel, and then we find a way to help you so that you don't pay much. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. This last question goes to all our speakers. Someone is interested in knowing how you manage or how you handle taxes, especially the changes that come along. So how do you handle taxes?
How do we manage taxes?
Yes.
Okay. So at Prikkle Academy Rwanda, what we do, because we're pretty small, what we do is to have like an external consultant, like an accountant who is not domiciled in the organization, because of course we're trying to utilize cost as effective as we can. We have an accountant who is not like a full-time staff that does the taxes and everything. What we just do is at the end of the month we send to him Of course, the spreadsheet you already gave us the expenses, the income, and all of that. And of course, we use the EBM. After inputting the EBM, it also does its own at one end, and then tell us this is what you are supposed to remit, and then we do the needful. We go to bank to pay. So that's how we handle our own.
Awesome. Amina.
Thank you. For us, we have in-house accountant who help us with those sophisticated numbers. Yeah, but of course we have to comply, and we use a software called QuickBook. It helps us in recording our financials. Thank you.
Thank you, Yvette.
Yes, for us, we have someone in charge with the taxes declaration, especially when there's another one who provide ABM and everything related to. So we pay taxes, even income on tax, payee, and everything. We make sure we comply with the government entities or whatever. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. What an inspiring conversation this was. Thank you, Amina. Thank you, Yvette and Rachael, for sharing your powerful insights and experiences. It's clear that entrepreneurship in Rwanda is full of opportunities, but it requires resilience, innovation, and strong networks. So to our audience, remember every great business starts with an idea and the courage to take action. Connect with our speakers, whether in blogs or, they're all over the social media platforms. So connect with them. Let's continue having these conversations and apply what you've learned today. I know they've dropped me nuggets, so it's now our turn to use what we learned. Stay engaged. Follow at JCI Rwanda for more insightful sessions. Tag an aspiring entrepreneur who needs to hear this. Also based on all the things you heard tonight, feel free to drop your biggest takeaway in the comments at JCI Rwanda. Would be really appreciative if you do that. I'm Sharon Mbabazi, and it's been an honor to host this session. I wish you all success on your entrepreneurial journey. See you at the next JCI Rwanda event. Thank you for turning up.
Thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.